It says Michael Jordan's net worth, how much he is being paid by NBC for NBA coverage. Michael Jordan, the NBA legend who is widely regarded as the best player of all time, will start contributing to NBC sports coverage of the league this fall. Michael Jordan reportedly secured a historical $40 million contract with NBC, becoming the highest paid sports analyst in history. In a statement released on May 12th, Jordan, who's 62, remarked, "I am so excited to see NBA back on NBC. Joining NBC Sports about a week or so ago just brought so much joy to the internet, man. Everybody was so excited, that we're going to be hearing from Michael Jordan talk basketball. Finally, the GOAT is back and all that. Like, people are just excited, man."
The headline breaks it down clearly. Michael Jordan's net worth and what NBC is paying him for NBA coverage. Jordan, widely regarded as the greatest player the league has ever seen, is officially stepping into NBC's NBA broadcast roster this fall. And the shockwave came fast. Reports say he locked in a historic $40 million deal, instantly making him the highest-paid sports analyst in history. When Jordan, now 62, released his May 12th statement saying, "I'm excited to see NBA basketball return to NBC," the internet practically lit itself on fire. His name alone brought a wave of excitement, and people couldn't stop celebrating the idea of finally hearing Jordan talk basketball in real time again. The GOAT stepping back into the spotlight has shaken the NBA world in a way we haven't seen in years. And according to Charles Tabansi, this isn't just a broadcast move. He calls it undeniable proof that Jordan still stands alone at the top. From fan reactions to media friction to the financial earthquake this deal created, the announcement has sparked a debate that's flooded every corner of the NBA universe. And as usual, Charles isn't softening his stance. So if you're ready for his argument on why this record-breaking deal shows Jordan is still the king, hit like, subscribe to NBA Showdown, and make sure your notifications are on so you never miss the fire. Charles starts by talking about the wave of energy that exploded the moment NBC confirmed Jordan's involvement. Fans around the world weren't reacting out of nostalgia. They genuinely want to hear Jordan analyze the modern game. They want his take, his perspective, and his voice, which we almost never hear in public settings. According to Charles, that's what makes this historic. It's not the contract size alone. It's the rarity of hearing Jordan speak at all. And when someone with his legacy decides to say something, the entire sports community stops and listens. That kind of respect doesn't appear out of thin air. It's earned over decades. Charles insists no current player, no retired legend, nobody in the media today could generate this level of raw excitement simply by joining a broadcast team. The anticipation isn't manufactured. It's real. It's the kind of reaction only the true greatest of all time produces. People aren't just happy. They're eager because they know what Jordan brings. In the next part of his breakdown, Charles turns his attention to the current sports media environment. He argues that the overwhelming excitement around Jordan's return says a lot about how stale and repetitive the sports talk world has become. Fans have grown tired of recycled talking points, forced drama, and commentators repeating the same narratives every day. To Charles, Jordan represents the total opposite of that trend. He brings authenticity, experience, and credibility, something the modern media cycle sometimes struggles to deliver. According to him, Jordan's return exposes how much noise dominates the landscape. People want insight, not theatrics. And Jordan's voice slices through the clutter in a way nobody else's does. Charles says this moment isn't just impressive. It's a reflection of how badly viewers want something that feels genuine again. Jordan walking into the room is less of a flex and more of a massive wake-up call to every network and commentator in the business. Then Charles aims straight at critics like Gilbert Arenas and Nick Wright, calling out how they responded to the announcement. He says their reactions don't come from analysis, but from fear that Jordan's presence could dismantle the narratives they've relied on for years. Gilbert implying Jordan could embarrass his fans, or Nick dragging up gambling again just to downplay the moment, comes across to Charles as desperate attempts to protect their brand of commentary. He believes these takes reveal insecurity, not objectivity. When someone of Jordan's stature steps back into the conversation, it threatens every forced comparison and every storyline that depended on separating modern stars from the standard he set. This isn't about who sounds better on TV. This is about who has actually earned the right to shape the conversation. And in Charles's mind, it's not a contest. Jordan's legacy gives him authority that no amount of social media engagement can manufacture. Next, Charles dives into the financial side of this move, emphasizing that Jordan's deal makes him the highest-paid analyst the industry has ever seen. $40 million. Not for coaching, not for front office work, simply to contribute. To Charles, that number is the clearest proof of Jordan's influence. Networks don't spend that kind of money unless they're certain the investment will pay off. NBC and the league aren't just banking on Jordan's name. They're banking on the fact that he has always moved culture, ratings, and revenue by simply being present. This contract isn't just a paycheck. It's a statement about his ongoing impact. Even now, long after his playing days ended, Jordan has more pull than any active star. The industry is betting not just on his credibility but on the cultural weight that follows him everywhere. Charles continues by repeating Jordan's own words about NBC and the NBA coming back together, saying the excitement online made it clear people didn't just miss NBA basketball on NBC. They missed Jordan's voice. And then Charles pushes it even further. As far as he's concerned, even $40 million might not be enough. He argues that the NBA is stuck in a strange moment where ratings are down, narratives feel overly curated, and the league often relies more on marketing than substance. In that environment, bringing in someone like Jordan isn't just helpful. It's necessary. Charles believes Jordan's presence will help the league reconnect with what made basketball special in the first place. Authenticity, competitiveness, and perspective rooted in actual greatness. He says Jordan isn't just another commentator. He's the compass the league should have brought in years ago. And in his view, if the NBA wants to rebuild some of the credibility it's lost, this is the move that had to happen. Charles even says he wouldn't be surprised if the size of the deal helped Jordan decide to join in the first place. But then he makes his stance clear. Jordan still isn't being paid enough. Not with the state the league is in. Not with ratings where they are. The NBA needs someone who can bring real insight back to center stage, and Jordan is the only person who can do that with authority. By the end of his rant, Charles makes it obvious this isn't just about praising a legend. It's a reality check. Jordan's $40 million deal with NBC isn't an accident or a flashy PR move. It's proof that even in a league obsessed with what's new and what's next, the greatest of all time still shapes the culture without even trying. From the fan reaction to the backlash to the giant contract, every piece of this situation points to one truth. Jordan's legacy doesn't fade. It grows. And the next time someone tries to debate the GOAT conversation, remember this moment. Jordan didn't chase this stage. The stage came looking for him. If you like this breakdown, hit like, subscribe to NBA Showdown, and tap the bell so you never miss what's coming next. The headline breaks it down clearly. Michael Jordan's net worth and what NBC is paying him for NBA coverage. Jordan, widely regarded as the greatest player the league has ever seen, is officially stepping into NBC's NBA broadcast roster this fall. And the shockwave came fast. Reports say he locked in a historic $40 million deal, instantly making him the highest-paid sports analyst in history. When Jordan, now 62,